Good evening, and welcome to those of you joining us on Zoom, and those of you who may be new or visiting. Welcome back, Finley. And do you go back to Annapolis after this? Or?
Yeah.
Well, and are you a senior now?
I am.
Well, are you coming back to New York for a job?
Yeah, I'll come back in a minute.
And have you got a job yet? Or can we find you one? Okay, we'll talk about that at coffee hour. In this group, we can find you a job. And Anne, welcome. So glad you're here this evening. Immediately following this service, refreshments, right? We're all set? Well, we've got something downstairs, I'm sure. We've got wine, we've got something to eat, because I think we were all set for last week and then we didn't eat. So we should be all set. In the undercloth, go out the back door, make a U-turn, and go downstairs. It's wonderful to see you on this warm, lovely evening when everybody who's sensible is eating on some lovely terrace on the west side. Thank you for being here on the east side to worship Jesus Christ. I draw your attention, the diocese sent the diocesan newsletter, the sort of newspaper. Pick up your copy hot off the presses at the back table. It's called the Northeast Anglican. We didn't make a submission, but instead they just got on our website and wrote something about us with our own words. So that was nice. And it was all true. And so it's a nice little thing. You can look at the churches around the diocese and see what they're up to. Take your copy home. We pause at this time and ask if there are prayers that we should take to the altar with us this day. Well, a week ago we weren't sure what was going on in the world, and now, well, we're pretty sure. And more people have died. And so we pray for those who have died, and we pray for those in harm's way. We pray for those who are stuck abroad and want to get home. Whether they're in the armed forces or whether they're on vacation or whether they live abroad and can't get back. We pray for those who are in what were peaceful lands last week and now, through no intention of their own, are now war-torn. Are there any specific people for whom we should be praying today? I ask you to pray for my friend Jonathan, who's going through a heck of a lot right now. Let's take all these prayers to the altar with us this evening. And as I mentioned in the e-newsletter, I thought it might be nice for us to sing a song, a patriotic song, each week to remember whose country this really is, which is God's. And we'll sing God of Our Fathers before we finish the service today, which is our national hymn. I did a little research to find out what the source of that hymn was. And as I mentioned to Michael, who, by the way, our organist Alan Montgomery is doing a road show today. He is at St. Vincent Ferrer, turncoat, but he's doing a wonderful, wonderful event. It's benediction and adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, and he's playing a 16-minute organ piece, which he's been torturing himself practicing all week. So it's a big deal for him, and so I hope it's going well. Apparently, Michael or Sam said that they have it online, right? So we can go see how we did later. Yeah, we'll check it out. And thank you, Michael and Sam, for being with us this evening. In 1876, on the centenary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, a local Vermont clergyman wrote a hymn to a usual verse, a usual meter. God of our fathers, whose almighty hand stretched forth in beauty all the starry land. And he thought, why don't we sing this to the Russian national anthem? Ironically, they weren't our foes in those days. And so it went, God of our fathers. And then they figured out a more American hymn tune to sing it to later on. But that's how our national hymn came about. And so we'll sing that before we finish the service today. Our sermon hymn, if you would stand to sing, is number 60.